So it's a new year, 2025, and often when a new year starts, people start thinking about their goals for the new year. You may not want to set New Year's resolutions. I know I certainly don't, but I do think about one or two things that I'd like to achieve in the year, and maybe getting a promotion is on that list. So today I wanted to go through 5 steps to think about to get that promotion that you want. Hi, my name's Alysha, and I train new and aspiring CFOs in startups and scale ups. And if that is something that you want, then do hit the subscribe button below so that you see my weekly emails on this topic. So, today, going through the promotion, how do you move from, say, a finance manager or head of finance, financial controller, or even a group financial controller, and you really want that CFO role or finance director role? These are kind of the 5 steps that I would recommend to help you get that promotion that you want. I just wanted to first mention that I do have a free guide on leadership skills, a way that you can demonstrate to the business, particularly if you want to get a promotion within the business that you're currently working at. So whether you're brand new in a leadership role or just asking for a promotion, you can download that free guide. So just click on the link below. I'll leave it below. You just click on there, put in your email address, and it gets emailed to you straight away. And that will just give you something that you can, tangibly look at in your own time and work through step by step. So if you're hoping to get a promotion, maybe you feel you want to put your skills and experience to good use into a management role, and you really want to focus on growth and professional development so that when opportunities arrive, which do happen within fast growth businesses, then you're ready to lead the organization forward. So whether you're the most senior person within the business, within the finance function, but you don't have that finance director CFO role yet. And ideally, when that position comes up, you want to put yourself forward rather than the founders feeling like that they have to hire that role externally. So the first thing you may want to think about is, does your company's long-term direction align with yours? So not only are you thinking about the long-term goals, but how much does the goals of the business really believe in, really agree with what you want to do? So if you're not quite clear on the direction of where the direction the business is heading, you may want to have a conversation with the department director or the manager or the founder, depending on where you are in the department. So, if you have a finance leader above you, then you may want to talk to them about the direction of the business. So say you have been working with the business for 1 or 2 years, you have a CFO above you, you don't have a huge amount of visibility into the long-term goals or into the goals over the next couple of years. And you want to check if the business is planning on doing or focusing on growth so that they will need additional leaders within the business. It may be all the business is stagnating and you want to check if they're looking on an M&A or looking to do fundraising so that they can boost growth so that they have additional roles. The second way is to find ways to make a difference. So this is when it's a perfect time basically for you to demonstrate that leadership skills. And I'll be brutally honest, is to get yourself out of your comfort zone. So if you have been working in a role for a while and you know everything inside out and you can do, say, the management accounts with your eyes closed, but you haven't really demonstrated that value, then you may need to take some ownership on things or really take, as I said, take yourself out of that comfort zone so that you can demonstrate your skills. So I know for a fact that if you're, say, a financial controller, you've been doing management accounts for 2 years, everybody trusts you, the backwards looking of the finance function is super, super slick, the founders are probably still going to hire above you. And the reason for that is because a leadership role is very, very different to a management role. And so you have to demonstrate leadership skills. And this is where a lot of the content I produce and that leadership guide will be useful as well. But you want to think about, are there problems that the business is facing that you could contribute to? Are there things that you can take ownership on, like a new system can be introduced? Can you develop your business partnering skills and potentially offer some valuable solutions with the directors and colleagues so that you're making their lives easier? Can you think more longer term and forward looking rather than what happened last month? So if you're able to demonstrate those kind of skills and actually be quite honest to the people around the business or the decision makers about the business that you're interested in learning about leadership, increasing your confidence, and you want to get more involved in things, then potentially when the organization is ready for a leader, you've primed yourself to step into that role. The third one that I have slightly touched on is to discuss your goals with the senior management. So get your boss involved with your development and let them know what you're aiming for. So they have firsthand experience of being in your role if you've got a CFO above you. If not, you may want to speak to the founder or even HR if you have one, because I know a lot of startups or scale-ups don't. But you want to show them that you have realistic expectation and are prepared to do the work in order to get to that next level. Often, founders, particularly first-time founders, HR skills and developing their team may not be in their strong suit. Their focus is growing their business, staying a going concern, and cash flows. That is their focus. Your development is not high on their priority list. So they probably haven't even thought about it. So sometimes it's worthwhile having a conversation with them. Don't wait for them to bring it up. You should be able to bring it up. And even you could work with them on listing areas or gaps that you may have so that you can work on a plan of action to get to where you need to be. If you want, we do have a CFO quiz. It's about 50 questions, but they're all yes/no answers. It'll take about 10 minutes. So if you don't think that the founder you're working with will understand what a CFO role is and potentially what gaps you have, then click on the link below. I'll leave it down for the quiz, and then it'll give you a very detailed response as to things that you might want to think about to get to that next level. The fourth one is finding a coach or a mentor. So coaching is often outside the organization. It's usually someone who specializes in leadership coaching, and often the business will help you find some. Again, if you have a HR department, they will usually know a few coaches and can recommend that. But you may also want to consider getting a mentor. So whether that is someone within the business, again, depending on the size of the business, or it could even be a CFO that you've worked with previously in a previous role. You could also ask them if they'd be willing to mentor you. But you get a really good third-party view on things, and also they're taking the emotion out of it. It's a really valuable investment in your future, both coaching and mentoring. I can tell you right now, every CEO and founder I work with has a coach or a mentor. There's no reason why you shouldn't have one too. And the fifth one is defining your next step. So following the advice, maybe write down the things that you need to do and create next steps so that you're accountable and it puts you in the control of your development. So rather than say, oh yeah, this is all nice, you actually want to take ownership of your promotion this year, put you in the driving seat, and make sure that you do all the things that you can to get that coveted role. So it may just be, oh, I've identified 10 gaps that I have, or 10 gaps in my knowledge, or things I need to work on. The next 12 months, I'm going to focus on that. Of course, I'm going to mention our Financial Leadership Foundations program. This is exactly for this next stage in your career. So if you're a brand new finance director or brand new in startups or scale-ups, or you want to get to that level, then take a look at that course. Again, I'll leave the link below and you can have a look at that and see if that is fit for purpose. It's ideal for those that work in startups and scale-ups, have been promoted to a director or C-suite role or are looking to upskill. So take a look at that. Anyway, so they're my 5 tips for getting the promotion you need. It does take a bit of work. It's not just a matter of, well, it could be just asking your boss for a promotion, but usually you need to do a bit of work beforehand in order to get to that next level. So hopefully I found that useful. Don't forget to click subscribe and I'll see you next week. Cheers.